Hi, Rachel.
Everyone, I'm good. How are you?
I am good. I'm so glad to be here with everybody.
Me too. Little Lila Tove. It's such a special time. Thank you for inviting us into your homes, into your bedtime rituals. We're excited to be part of this together with you and with your family, and of course with your little ones. Maybe let's start with some singing, and then we're actually going to share a story. I'm going to share my screen, so if you want to keep your device available and you feel comfortable sharing your screen, it'll be a picture book. Yeah, but let's start out with a song.
So, as we go to bed, the angels come and protect us. This is just a different Hashkivenu by Joni Leeds. Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu, the Shalom, the Shalom. Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu, the Shalom, the Shalom, the Shalom. Stand us up, Adonai. You'll spread your wings upon us all. Give us peace and keep us safe. The Shalom, the Shalom, the Shalom. Hashivenu Adonai, Eloheinu, the Shalom, the Shalom, the Shalom. Hashivenu Adonai, Eloheinu, the Shalom, the Shalom, the Shalom. Ufros Aleinu, Sukkot Shlomecha, Ufros Aleinu, Sukkot Shlomecha, Ufros Aleinu, Sukkot Shlomecha, the Shalom, the Shalom, the Shalom, Hashkivenu Adonai, Eloheinu, the Shalom, the Shalom, the Shalom.
That was so beautiful. You know, this week we celebrated a very special birthday. We celebrated Israel's 73rd birthday on a holiday called Yom HaAtzmaut. That means the Day of Independence. And I want to share a story with you. It's actually a story book by Claudia Carlson. Let's see if I can get this to work. There we go. It is called Avi the Ambulance. And we'll read it, then we'll talk a little bit about why I thought it might be a nice thing to share. So here we go. In a garage in Jerusalem lived a family of ambulances. Avi was one of the youngest. Avi's alarm clock buzzed, zing, zing, zing. Hurry up, sleepyhead, said his big sister Maya. You can't take hurt or sick people to the hospital if you're in dreamland. Avi's friend Zach, the medic, came to the garage. He and Avi were a team. Then Maya's medic Leah arrived. They all had breakfast together. Maya told a joke. Question: what goes through towns, up and over hills, but doesn't move? Answer: the road. Just then, there was a call from headquarters. Ring, ring. Maya, someone's been hurt, said Leia. Let's go. Ring, ring. Moti, the metacycle, dashed away. Ring, ring. Gila, the helicopter, lifted off. Avi stamped his tires and ground his gears. I wish they had called me to help too. I have a way for you to help, said Avi's mother. Please check the supplies and make sure there are enough for all the vehicles. Zach opened the red bag to check. He didn't see any water bottles or bandages. Avi didn't find any on the supply shelves. Ima, we're all out of water bottles and bandages, said Avi. Okay, please go get more from headquarters, said Avi's mother. But I want to help people. Getting supplies is boring, said Avi. Avi, you know that water and bandages are important. Cheer up, Avi. Getting supplies won't be so bad if we do it together. Let's get ready to go, said Zach. Zach checked Avi's tires. Avi checked Zach's shoes. We're ready, said Avi. They drove to headquarters, Magen David Adom, and Zach filled Avi with bandages and water bottles. Full of boxes, they headed back to the station. Avi huffed and puffed going up the tall Jerusalem hills. These boxes are heavy, said Avi. He was so hot that steam came out of his nose. Let's stop and rest. I need to drink some water we got, and some of the water we got and cool down, said Avi. Me too. Let's watch those kids play soccer, said Zach. Good move, said Zach. Can we play too? Asked Avi. Sure, said Ruthie. Playing with an ambulance is fun, agreed Isaac. Suddenly there was a loud noise. Screech, screech, screech. Ema, what happened? Asked Ruthie. I made popcorn in the microwave and it started to smoke, she answered. It set off the smoke detector. Looks like everyone left the building. Just to be safe, said Zach. What? Wait, shouted Ruthie. There's still someone inside. It's Yofi, shouted Ruthie. Where? Asked Zach. Avi turned on his spotlight. There she is, he said. The alarm must have scared her. She's about to jump. Avi drove right under the window. Yofi jumped from the window right onto Avi's roof. Then she jumped again, landing safely on the ground. Yofi started to cough. She must have breathed in some popcorn smoke, said Avi. Zach, please give Yofi some oxygen to help her breathe. Zach put an oxygen mask over the cat's nose and mouth. Yofi opened her eyes and meowed. Meow. Oh, poor kitty, said Ruthie. Yofi, Tofi, you're a good cat, said Isaac. We love you. Is she going to be okay? Asked Ruthie. Yes, she'll be just fine, said Zach. Just make sure she has plenty of water to drink. We will, Ruthie, and Isaac promised. By that time, a firefighter arrived in her red truck and parked next to Avi. She entered the apartment building. After a long wait, the firefighter came back and called, All clear. It's safe for everyone to come back inside. Thanks for your help. Lehitraot. Goodbye. Everyone started to walk back into the building, and Avi and Zach began their drive to the garage with boxes of bandages and water. That night in the garage, the ambulances and medics celebrated the helpful work they had done that day. Maya and Leah told everyone how they took people to the hospital. Avi and I brought supplies to the station, said Zach. That was a big help, said Avi's mother. And we helped Yofi the cat, said Avi. That's great, Avi. We all work to help everyone, big or small, said Maya. Or furry, Avi added. Everyone laughed. The next day, Avi and Zach drove back to visit Yofi. Yofi brushed against Avi's hood. Avi fed Yofi a can of tuna, and Yofi purred and purred. The end. And here you can see all of these different vehicles and all the different kinds of work that Magen David Adom does. So Magen David Adom is the Israeli equivalent of like what we would call the Red Cross. It's the Red Jewish Star or Red Star of David. And it's an incredible organization in Israel that helps people from all different backgrounds, all different ethnicities, whether they're rich, whether they don't have so much money, whether they're somewhere in the middle. Anytime there's any kind of medical emergency, Magen David Adom is there. And so for this little while, for the big kids in religious school, we are suggesting that you check out Magen David Adom, and maybe if you feel so moved to make a tzedakah donation. So that's something that you could certainly talk about as well as we spend this time celebrating Israel, which we know we live here in Wisconsin in the United States of America, but we also know that we have a home in Israel too.
What a great story. Thank you, Rabbi Rachel. It makes me think of this fun song. I'm going on a big trip. I'm going to Israel. I'm going to take a lot of things so I'll be comfortable. I'll see you real soon. Shalom lehitraot. I'm really gonna miss you. Will you see Jerusalem? Yes, I'll see Jerusalem. Will you see the Kotel? Yes, I'll see the Kotel. Will you go to Haifa? I hope you'll go to Haifa. And will you climb the Sada, especially at sunrise? I'm going on a big trip. I'm going to Israel. We're gonna take a lot of things so I'll be comfortable. Nisiya Tova, I'll see you real soon. Shalom lehitraot. I'm some shawarma every day. Will you eat some couscous? Oh yeah. And will you try the hummus? Of course I'll try the hummus. I'm going on a big trip. I'm going to Israel. I'm gonna take a lot of things so I'll be comfortable. Nisiya Tova. I'll see you real soon. Shalom Lehitraot. I'm really gonna miss you.
That is such a fun song. I can't wait till all of us get to go back to Israel or to Israel for the first time. It's really such a special place with so many amazingly beautiful things to see and delicious things to eat.
Delicious. I mean, things just taste better there.
I think I'm going to dream about Israel tonight when I go to sleep.
I think so too. Especially the hummus with Israeli pickles and olives.
Or mushrooms. Oh, so good.
It's time for me to go to my dreams. Let's do a little Laila Tov again by Joni Leeds. She's a Grammy Award winner for All the Ladies. And this is from her album Meshugana. I know, it's kind of crazy. When it's time to say goodnight, we've read our books with covers light. The sun has gone to bed all right. And eyes are heavy, no more light. Laila Tov, Laila Tov, Laila Tov, good night. Laila Tov, Laila Tov, Laila Tov, good night. I'll dream of oceans far and wide, of sunny beaches, sandy tides, or snowy mountains way up high. I'll be flying by and by. A goodnight kiss, a goodnight hug, makes me feel so safe and loved. Full of love, Eliat Ahava, makes me feel so safe and loved. Laila Tov, Laila Tov, Laila Tov, good night. Laila Tov, Laila Tov, Laila Tov, good night.
Oh, Laila Tov, everyone, that was beautiful. We hope that you have the very sweetest dreams.
Laila Tov.